Good afternoon, guys. So, I know it's been a while since I posted a video, but I've been very busy. I think it's been over a month, 5 weeks or so since I posted a video. Sorry about that, but like I said, I've been very busy. I got a lot done. A lot of things happened in that time. I'll do a quick recap of things that I got done since the last video. And then we will continue on with today's video, which is going to be finally getting Wi-Fi set up in the shop. So that's going to be today's video. But first, I'll walk around and do a recap of things that were done since the last video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get started. So first off, on the south-facing walls, as you can see, I have the paneling done up there, the windows installed. I have all of the purlins and rafters and the fascias up. I have ordered the metal for that bit of roofing, and it should be sometime in the next week or less, maybe. I think it was 10 days, and I ordered it probably 5 days ago. So the metal roofing will be in shortly for that, and then the roof will be completely done. Since I'm over here, I will kind of reach over the fence and show you this side. So this side is completely paneled now all the way up. The windows are trimmed out. See if I can get a better angle here. There we go. So you can see the windows are trimmed out. You can see the purlins up there, the fascia installed, and I painted it prior to putting it up, or part of it anyway. And then of course I painted up there. Let's go walk around. Hi, Hati. What's up, buddy? Huh? Okay. Whoa. So also, if I can get back far enough, you can see that this whole wall on that side of the office is also painted. So another big thing that I got done, hi Jerry, is I poured concrete here. So I don't think I filmed it before, but I actually put in a ground, what's called a rebar loop. So in the rebar that was in here, which I'm sure you remember from old videos, I basically ran a big loop. It's essentially about 40 feet tied into the rebar, and then the ground goes down and it clamps onto that rebar. So when you live in a rocky area where you can't drive, a 10-foot copper ground into the ground, that's another option, is to do a rebar loop if you're doing concrete. One of the things though is that you have to leave it open to the ground. You can't put in plastic. So that's done. Another thing is we poured the concrete in the carport. So I want to show the front of this. We're constantly washing chicken poop off. So we added in this little curved part here, and you can see the little piers that I poured in place. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to rebuild this deck, these stairs, and it's going to flip around, so the stairs are going to come down this way. I'm going to be doing 6x6 posts. It's essentially going to be exactly how the front is. So there will be Trex decking, white 6x6 posts, Trex steps. All right, now we are on the back side of the shop. This is the north side of the shop. You can get a better look at the rafters and purlins there. You can see I have siding up here. I basically need about seven more sheets of siding. Then the siding will be completely done on the shop. So getting very close to having the exterior of this totally buttoned up. Then you can see a better view of the windows and the west side. All right, so another huge milestone for the shop is that I have running water in the shop. Pretty awesome. So the sink is, of course, not installed, and the plumbing is not fully done. As you can see, I have it draining into a bucket down there because I haven't put in the rest of the piping. So basically what I did here is I installed PEX. I think I showed that in previous videos. So the PEX is completely done now. Also, this whole area is buttoned up now. So you can see I added in for my main power It goes around, comes down, and comes over where the breaker box will be. Right now there's just an extension cord running there, but down the road, once I get solar installed and I want to run the house off the solar as well, I'll be pulling cables from here, goes underground and goes to the house. So then we will be running the house and the shop off solar. That's going to be a ways down the road. But one of the things which I had to get done in order to do this video was to get my data line run. So you can see the gray line goes up there, comes over, comes down to the data box. The reasoning for that up there is because the Wi-Fi antenna is going to be on a shelf up here so that it's in a high position. Also, of course, the plumbing is done. The PEX is run in. I have a shutoff valve here. As I did this, so this out here, this also works out here. So I have shop water inside and out. So in addition to this, when I was running all the PEX and getting everything done, I also added a hose bib on the front corner of the house on this side. So we have one on this corner and then one on the back corner on this side. And then I also added a hose bib on the front lanai. So my wife can use that to water plants. We can use it to give the dogs water. Just makes it easier. So this is all ready to be buttoned up now. So this is going to get insulation and tar paper and then eventually pallet wall. So I had to pull this out because you can see my ground wire running through there. It's just coiled up here ready to go into the circuit breaker panel when I get to that point. So right now my data cable, I had to run through all of this piping, and you may have noticed originally this was going to be my data port cable. So I could not get the cable through there. Like I tried so many times, I could not get it through. So what I ended up doing was running the data cable through the ABS line, which it's not a water line. I just use that to run the PEX through. And the cable that I use is a Cat 6 cable that is rated for outside use. So it's Cat 6 cable that can actually be buried. So it's completely fine to run through there. I didn't want to run it anywhere close to the electrical because you cannot run data and electrical wires together. They have to be a minimum of 8 inches apart. If they do cross each other, you want to cross them perpendicular because the EMF from the electrical wires can mess up your data line and even slow it down or stop it. So yeah, you don't want to do that. That's why I tried to keep it all separate as much as possible. Up here, it's more than 8 inches away and inside conduit, and it's crossing these wires, perpendicular. So should be totally good. Now I guess let me get to, these are going to be for the new porch. Let me flip on the lights here. All right, so this is going to be my system that I'm going to be installing. This is the ORBI tri-band mesh Wi-Fi 6 system made by Netgear. This is basically, I guess, top of the line Wi-Fi mesh system that you can get. This will do speeds of 6 gigabits per second, which is insane. And the way that this works is you have satellites. So I know in previous videos I might have said the satellite was satellite internet. I was talking about these, not like actual satellite internet. So these are called satellites. You have one in the house, one in the shop. You do not have to connect them. They will connect wirelessly so that you can just add them. And basically what that does is it creates a coverage area of up to 5,000 square feet for this system. That's the one with the 2 satellites, the home base and then the 1 satellite. So you can get multiple systems with 3 units, 4 units, how many ever you need. I will have this hardwired, which is why I ran the wire from the house to the shop. It'll just give me a cleaner, better signal. And then on the back of this port, there are additional ports, so I can have things plugged in, such as my security cameras, and then eventually up in my office for the computer that's going to be up there. So I will have a security camera that's going to be mounted up here on the wall inside the shop. And then I'm going to have another security camera that's going to be mounted on the outside of the building looking towards the back of the property. So that's going to be pretty much everything that's going to be running on the system. And then of course, you know, phones, whatever, while you're in here. Down the road, I do want to get a TV to put, you know, on the wall in here. Like, that's not really a priority though. That's just, like I said, down the road. So I'm going to go ahead and start opening up this box. We're going to take a look at it and I'm going to start setting it up. All right, so I'm going to open up this box, show you everything that's inside. I will add a link in the description to my Amazon affiliates link, because I purchased this on Amazon. So if you're interested, you can click that link and it'll give me a little bit of a credit. It doesn't cost you any more money. Just for my Amazon Associates store, I can list things that I buy, purchase, or want to promote, and then I get a little percentage if somebody buys it. Or even if you just click on the link and then buy something else, it'll still help out the channel, you know, help me out. So I'm going to open this up. Now this entire thing, you use your phone to program it. So I'm not really going to be able to show that part because I use my phone to record my videos. So I can't program the Wi-Fi and record at the same time. I guess I can go grab one of my GoPros, but it's not really that critical. So let me get this opened up. All right, so here's the first one. And then there's the second one. And then these are labeled. So this says satellite. This one says router. So that's the two units. You can see on the back of the satellite, hopefully this is on camera, it has 4 ports for Ethernet. So you can actually run hard ported things from here when it's not connected to the router. I don't know how good it will be, but supposedly it's very good. As long as they're connected, they get synced. And that's part of what the setup is. So when I do the setup for this, it's basically going to be linking these together and then just doing the initial setup of the whole router system. So in this box, you get a plug for each one. And then I believe that's it. And there's one little, just an Ethernet cable in here. So that's what comes in the box. Your 2 units, 2 power supplies, and 1 Ethernet cable. So basically you have to download the ORBI app, and then you do the setup, program it, and then just plug it in. So one difference on the router is it has the yellow. So this is where your incoming internet gets plugged into. So that's just like any other modem. So that's what that is for. Then you have 4 ports to connect other stuff. So this is going to end up being in the house. So I'm going to use my phone for a minute and start to do the setup on these and then see how it works. So I'll be back. Okay, so I ended up having to go into the house, plug everything in because I had to plug into the modem and everything, but it's all set up. Everything's on the phone. I did a couple little inserts showing like the menu and what it looks like and all that. So now I'm basically just plugging in my satellite out here. And this cable is going to get trimmed and will be mounted on this box eventually, but for right now this is how it's going to be set up. So we got a lot to cut off here. I ended up ordering a 150-foot Cat6 cable. So that basically plugs into the router in the house, runs under the house, underground, out to the shop, and out here. So this is all wound up. So it'll be nice to get full strength Wi-Fi out here. You saw just before this, I also posted a speed test. So that's one of the things on the app. It also has a built-in speed test. And as you can see, the internet here where we live is actually pretty dang good. So for now, this is going to sit right here. I am going to, eventually this wall will get built out, and then there will be a shelf mounted up here where this is going to sit on. That will be up above everything else. So I just got to get it plugged in. There we go. And should see, there you go. Can see the light coming on, sort of. Yeah, see the white light blinking. So now it's just initializing, and then it'll join up with the other one. And the camera's all crooked. All right, so that's pretty awesome. That is on, it is good. During normal operation, there's no lights on there when it's just running normally. There's not any lights, which is cool. That was one thing that always annoyed me about my old router from Spectrum, was there was this really bright blue light, or red light sometimes if it lost connectivity, but it was on all the time. So this is cool because then there's not, a light on all the time. So what I'm going to do now is I have a camera, which I'm going to pop this open. So this is a camera that I have for my security system, and the cool thing about the security system is that it can just be, I can add as many cameras as I want. So they will be additional. So the system came with 8 cameras, and then additional cameras are just what they call Ethernet cameras. So they have to be plugged into the network somewhere. So now that I have the Wi-Fi router out here, the satellite, I can plug in this camera and I'll have a camera inside the shop, which is good because sometimes when we're gone, the door's open, the dogs are in here, whatever, but mostly for security so that nobody steals anything. Not that we've ever had an issue with anyone coming onto our property, but who knows? So I'd rather have something instead of nothing, at least until I get a door built. And I can actually lock this place up. So I'm going to open this up. All right, so here's the camera. This is just a standard bullet camera. They sell a bunch of different cameras for the system. You can get color night vision, regular night vision. You can get pan tilt zoom cameras. You can get like cameras that have speakers on them and mics and like all kinds of stuff. So this is just the system, ANNKE. I bought it on Amazon. If I remember, I'll put a link on there too, an Amazon Associates link. So anyway, this camera has a Ethernet port, which is this right here, and then a power plug. So that's all you need to plug it in. Then you mount this on the wall. Eventually, this will be the same camera that's going to get mounted up on the back side of the shop that's going to be looking towards the back of the property. And now that the Wi-Fi is up, I can do that, but I need to buy another camera. So I want to get this one set up, and then I will probably have to go into the house to add it to the system. But it's really cool because I can look at this from my phone from anywhere, as long as, the Wi-Fi is working. Right, so it's plugged in. I had the little infrared lights on there, but they're out now. So I got to run into the house, plugged into the Wi-Fi, plugged into the power. So I got to run into the house and configure this. Well, that didn't go as smoothly as I was hoping. So I got the camera plugged in, I got it set up, I went into the DVR and like went into the settings, and I see the camera on the network, I see the camera on the software in there, but I'm not getting like live video. So I'm gonna have to do some additional troubleshooting on that before I get it hooked up. Oh, another thing that I forgot to mention, you see in the background, I got my my Workbench stuff put in. So that's basically a metal pegboard. Actually, let me turn around, I'll just show you real quick. So that is a metal pegboard. Comes with all these little buckets, some shelves, some stuff to hang stuff on. This is essentially 2 kits. So another thing that I got on Amazon, but this is all metal. So it's not like the old pegboard. Plus you can get it, it comes in, I don't know, 6 different colors, something like that. Like blue, red, green, white, yellow, black, whatever the colors are, I don't know. I'll put a link for that too in the description. I guess this is Amazon Associates link day video. These are some of my, these are templates for some of my regular models of knives. So I have my mini cleaver, I have my big hunter, I have my EDC, this is a chef, Pua Skinner, and then my neck knife. That one's just an installation knife. Anyway, yeah, a couple of my hammers up there. Getting close. All right, so anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video. A lot of things done. As soon as I get the exterior buttoned up, which will be the roofing that's going to be coming this week, hopefully, and then, like I said, I need about 6 more sheets of siding. Yeah, oh, another thing is I have lights in the grinding room now. So grinding room is going to become a priority too. I want to get that done as soon as possible. We were gone for about a week. We went to mainland to Southern California to go visit our kids. Tonight I'm actually driving to Kona. My brother and his wife are flying out, so they're coming to visit for a week or so. But yeah, just been super busy. I helped another friend of mine build a shop, and we basically built that thing in like 5 days. We did the forms, poured a slab, threw the walls up, put a roof on, put metal on, all the siding. So he essentially had a shell up in about 5 days. But he had the money to buy all the materials and like everything all in one shot. So I don't have that luxury. So that's why I'm building it as I go. But anyway, like I said, wrapping this video up. I just want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys on the next video. Hopefully it's not going to be, it shouldn't be as long. The next things that I'm going to start working on are going to be getting the circuit breaker panel installed and getting the rest of the electrical finished up, because I still have to run up to the office and then to the CNC room, the one over here behind me. Those both need wires run to them still, basically just a circuit for lights, circuit for switches. And then I will need to run one high-powered 220 to the CNC room, and then another 220 cable that's going to go to the outside corner where the air compressor is going to be installed. Yeah. So anyway, that'll probably be the next video that comes up. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you on the next video. Aloha.